Hello, it's your girl Icy in the building, and we're back again with another video. So today we'll be talking about everything AI, everything AI automation, as well as just IT in general, like software development in general. But before that, guys, make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment. But today I am with
George Shevchenko.
yeah,
So I'm a software engineer with the experience of 10 years developing software solutions, and as well as right now it's AI boom. So I'm also migrating into AI automations and AI agents.
that's
So
good.
it's everything pretty much related to IT and AI
That's amazing. So you said you've been doing IT AI, well, software development for how long?
for over a decade.
Over a decade ago.
Yeah.
Okay, that's something. So I have a couple of questions for you, and I'm expecting you to answer it well the best of your ability, or at least what you know of. So how has like the IT industry or just like the enterprise itself has changed from like how it was 10 years ago?
Yeah, it's actually changed quite dramatically, to be honest,
Right.
and to the good and to the bad. So
How
with
come?
the change of AI is the fact that right now what could be done by just like generally a team of 10 engineers now it can be done by two or three, which technically even the reason it wasn't really the case with AI. It's matter of the fact is just how companies start seeing that right now you don't really need to have a big team to actually build a product.
Right.
Obviously, with the help of AI now, it's expanded and it's speed up the process of development. So now you can deliver the products way quicker than it used to be before. So before, when you're building, it depends what product you're building. So it could potentially take you from like a month to half a year to a year to deliver a project.
Wow.
Now with the change of AI, it can take you just a month. And then
Okay.
developers, like probably around 2 to 3 developers rather than a team of 10.
So would you
So,
say like not to cut you off? So would you say like AI is replacing or just let's say IT in general because I don't really know much about IT, but let's say AI. Would you say AI is replacing like staff, a lot of staffs in company like in big enterprises and stuff like that?
I wouldn't really say that it's replacing. It's more like augmentation towards the workflow. Whether it's just IT in general or whether it's another industry where we have like salespeople
Right.
or just general like managers and all. It just depends on what sector of the business you look in. But in terms of the IT in general, uh, well, technically, instead of having a team of 5 or 15, 20 people delivering one product, now you can
Right.
have a dedicated 3 engineers and they can do the same
Well,
work of force of load. And then you technically have just other teams just directly going and into different projects. So now there's a limited amount of engineers that specialize in specific sectors. So therefore, technically there's more projects that we can work on at the same time.
but wouldn't you say that technically that means that roles are disappearing for employees because AI is taking all of the roles and
Well,
stuff like that?
there's definitely been a replacement for engineers into AI due to the fact that AI can just generate code, right? However, the engineers are still really needed because again, there's a non-technical people that don't really understand anything about the technology and software. So the fact that we're not really being replaced. It's just the fact that it's augmentation, and because of AI is augmentation in this era, is the fact that now we just need a little bit of less people. So whoever's been replaced, if you're worried about that you're being replaced, probably you will get replaced. Because the
Okay.
problem is if you're not used, you got to embrace AI rather than just being scared of it. And
Right.
just look into like at the completely different niches and change your roles, whether you're doing content creation, designs, or whether you do software
So you're not
development.
you're
So we
not
just
scared, sorry to interrupt, but like you're not scared later on in the future that AI can't replace your role as well.
no, not really, because it's just as I said, it's a very unique tool that helps me to build quicker, rather than just me just writing code. Now I can give a prompt and it writes the code. Now it's just you becoming like a builder. It's a construction.
Right.
So to give you an example, it's like a bricklayer have bricks, right? And to build a house, he needs to take each piece of brick and then just lay it together. So that's how it becomes a wall. 2 walls, 4 walls, you have a house, right? So
Okay.
now instead of writing each separate line of code, we can just give snippets and I provide it to AI, and it's going to generate these snippets of code. And what we do, we just as a builders, we just take one snippet of code with another one, and we combine it, and it becomes like a whole architecture.
Okay. Well, you seem very experienced in this. So, how about you walk us through like any of your project that you have worked recently, or like any old project that you have worked that you used AI?
Yeah, so right now with the help of AI, what I've done most recent is I've
Right.
automated a lot of processes in my own business. So
Right.
that comes from I've completely replaced all salespeople. So now it's dealt by AI. Is the fact that it's cheaper, is 24/7 available. So especially if you're running business somewhere locally, and
Right.
it's a business for broader audience. Like you can have clients all around the world, and you're based in specific countries. So for instance, like if you're based in the UK and we have customers in the US, Canada,
Right.
Australia, New Zealand, right? So what we want to provide is if we spend money on marketing,
Right.
and then we have leads coming in, we want to be available for them 24/7. So we want to have a salesperson, sales representative who's going
Okay.
to jump and have a conversation with the lead that came in that wants to actually automate something in the business, or they want to build specific software solution because they have a lot of manual and just manual work that they can't like
Like
really
do.
automate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like for instance in logistics,
Yeah.
like I've seen a lot of companies that have a lot of drivers, but they don't
Okay.
have a direct system where they control and see where the drivers are. So where the trucks and lorries are.
Right. And
So
that this service can show us. Say if I was like a mid company,
yeah.
yeah, and what will be like my first step to getting this service?
So first, you technically, if you're a logistic company, for instance, if you're taking this
Yeah.
example, all you need to have your drivers to be connected in one system. That can be
Right.
potentially a CRM system where you
Okay.
have your drivers and you have their locations, right? And then you have orders coming into your CRM system.
Okay.
And what happens is when you have a new client come in and you say, well, we need to deliver a specific product from one place, from our stock house, right? From our warehouse to our client. What usually happens in the process, they get the delivery order, and then they go connect with the drivers. They're looking in map if they have directly system integrated in the business where they can see all the drivers.
Right.
Or if they don't have it, then they look at the records of the orders that they have. Then they just ring out the truck drivers that are nearby. They can, after delivering the order, they can come and pick up another order, right? So
Okay.
that's technically how Uber
So
came and
it's very
replaced.
efficient in terms of like time management.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the thing with the software stuff. You build in the software that will help actually save time. So for instance, like if you look into Uber era, right? They call taxi. The word taxi has been replaced with the Uber, right?
Right.
So now you just let me call my Uber, and then people
And it
gonna come
comes
to you.
straight
Before
away. Yeah.
back in the days, you used
You
to
have to
call a
call the
local
taxi.
taxi,
Yeah.
find whether they can pick you up from. Then they had to go and
Okay.
call the taxi driver and find the right taxi driver is nearby, right?
Yeah.
So that used to be a whole hassle. So Uber just
Made it
seen this
more efficient.
opportunity on the market. So what they done, they just connected with the phone app directly your trucking with GPS. So you have now drivers being linked directly to a database where the database knows your exact location, and when the client comes, you just directly on the app just calls from one location where he needs to go and then to be location where he needs to be, right?
Well, I would definitely say this actually proves like security wise, because like your goods are getting from one part to another part. But obviously, with your term, it's more of like service. That your service will be provided and it's working effectively. But does it save me money?
Yeah, it does save you money. So initially before war, when the
Right.
businesses could charge you like let's say $15 to
Right.
$20 for
Right.
like a 5 minute ride, right?
Right.
Now it costs way cheaper. That's
Okay.
why a lot of people, especially taxi drivers, they moaned about that Uber is replacing. Look at the London case where you
Right.
have cabs, right? They've been there's not a secret. They've been moaning about Uber's replacing them, right?
Yeah.
Because the rates are cheaper.
Yes,
Take
of
take
course.
a London cab for instance, right? you'll
They are
probably,
very pricey.
yeah, if you're
Very
gonna take a
pricey.
10 minutes ride, they'll probably charge you 30, 40 pounds, right?
Yeah,
However,
it
you just
depends on
jump
where
on
you're going,
Uber,
of course, but
right?
it's very pricey
You
in
jump in
London.
on Uber, it's gonna charge you 10, 15 pounds.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper and it's more efficient, it's quicker.
Right.
So back to logistic case,
Yeah.
is just you need to have a tracking system
Uh,
first in place, right?
right.
And then you need to somehow to automate your business. So especially, for instance, when every business wants to grow, right? So what they spend more money on marketing. So after spending more money on marketing, they generate more leads. Leads
Okay.
come in. You need to expand your sales people, right? And the fact is sometimes there's a different demands. So on a on specific day, they can be no really big amount of inquiries coming
Yeah.
in, right? So you need to understand and manage the people, how many people you actually bring in
Yeah.
today. It's like restaurants, for instance, right? When there's busy times, you need more staff in the restaurant, more.
That is true.
Yeah,
But in that sense, actually, because you did talk about like your service providing like phone services, like
it's not
for
just phone
business. Yeah,
services. Yeah,
it could be like pretty much anything, through
yeah.
dentals to beauty care to logistics and all. I do understand that. But say that my customers are making a call, how much would they cost them? Like, because obviously you did say with automation and AI it's cheaper. How much roughly are we looking at? Like, would it be the same price as, say other business are paying like per call, per 1 hour or something, or per minute? It's like what, a good 30p, 40p, or maybe like a pound or something. How much would this one cost
Well, if
me
you're talking, for
for
instance,
your
just
service
yeah,
specifically? Let's say.
yeah. So if you're talking about AI agents
Yeah.
over the phone call,
Yeah.
so like if you're talking about call center as a salespeople,
Right.
so if you're looking into with the cost of calls per minute and
Right.
AI,
Uh,
it'll probably roughly gonna cost you 12 cents to 15 cents per minute.
ooh,
So
that is a
that works
bargain.
out into $7 to $8 an hour of
Really?
actual conversation hour. So
Wow.
when we're looking into actual salespeople, the salaries range, right? So it's
So
hard to
it's
actually say.
cheaper
So it's it's
to
more
do this.
affordable, and the thing is the most important here is just it's 24/7 available.
Yeah.
It does tasks quicker because it's
Okay.
directly linked to the systems. So whether it's a
Right.
CRM system
Yeah.
or some other API backend system where you
Yeah.
can be integrated with the APIs, it's quicker and understands how to filter, send the queries directly to the backends, get the results, right? However, when it's just a actual person, he needs to go on the computer, he needs to go into CRM system, search, type, pull up the client's card, right? So there's a lot of processes that go in there
Yeah.
that take also time over the phone call. But the AI is directly, it's one instant thing.
Straightforward.
It's just it picks up the phone number,
Yeah.
it looks up this phone number directly in CRM system, and pulls up all the details about the client,
Yeah.
right? And understands whether this client's already existing one or it's a new
Yeah.
client, and however can also see like the order history and so on. So for instance, imagine like you have Deliveroo or Uber Eats, right?
Yeah.
Where instead of just directly going into the app, you can just right now have an actual conversation with with the restaurant, which
Okay.
AI sale representative, right? And you can say,
Instead
"Hey
of
guys,
the actual person in the
yeah,
restaurant, but it will be an AI person
yeah,
who's dealing with it.
imagine you can build a service to the point where you just have if you played around with ChatGPT, right? It's just conversational, right?
Right.
So the way IT is going right now, everything is gonna shift towards instead of screen time, it's gonna go into AI agents where we're just gonna have technically just natural conversation with the agents.
Yeah.
So what is gonna happen is if you wanna order, let's say, food from, let's say, Uber Eats, right?
Yeah.
You just go to your agent and just say, hey man, I want some McD's today, big tasty, can you
Yeah.
order for me? So what it's gonna do is
It's
gonna
gonna
go
order it for
directly
you.
go into a system, McDonald's system, and order your food and just get you a delivery. So you won't have to go through the phone, click,
I would say
select,
that's
and
very convenient.
exactly.
Very.
And that's the same thing. Is it can directly go in the businesses where, like for instance, logistics wise, right, which is very high demand, is very big business where billions of dollars moving, right, in the economy. It's is a logistics is a big thing where you have just cargo shipments, right? You have lorries, you have taxis, you have vans, everything. So it's a very big
So it just
ecosystem, and
deals
it
it.
just just
for them.
plays a big part in the world economy. So, for instance, when we get our goods directly from China, right, they needs to
Right.
be shipped from China to US, to Europe, to everywhere. So it's a big industry where you need to
And just
calculate and measure everything. So with the case of how it can be automated, you have your AI call agents
right.
directly working directly for your business. You receive a call from your client. He says, "I need to move N product from one place to another," right?
Right.
So that can be directly be integrated with the agent that's gonna have a conversation over the phone call and say, okay, what sort of shipment do you have? What's the quantity of it? How much like the cubic meters is gonna take, or
Right.
cubic feet? That depends on what
Oh,
country you're
yeah.
from, right? And then analyze all the details and look then
And give you a
into the
specific
system.
price for
Yeah,
it
it
too.
can already exactly. It can also automate. You can automate in terms of calculations how much it's going to cost, right? And as well as understand whether what drivers are available,
Okay.
how quick you can pick them up.
Right.
So you just can directly send multiple queries to all the system that they have, like all the tracking that they have, and then link that towards the orders and see who's available right now in the area that is closest to the customer, right? And then understand how long will it take him if he's free or whether he is not free, and how long will it take him to come and pick up the shipment, right?
So
To deliver it
with
to.
all of this, your company does this,
Yeah,
correct?
we do a lot of automation. So we're not just taking AI agents over the phone call or chats. We also automated the business process. So for
Okay.
instance, in my case, when the lead comes into my business, he leaves like a phone number
Okay.
and probably email, right? So my AI agent directly then of a instance of technically of matter of seconds just
Yeah.
gives a call directly to the client that's just submit the form with the contact details, right?
Right.
So it's just instant response, right?
Okay.
So which is technically that's which is most important for the business. Like the speed here is
Yeah.
very relevant because
Yeah.
you're spending a lot of money on the marketing
Of
and the
course.
leads are quite expensive.
Yeah, and you want it to be more faster and
Yeah,
get things
exactly.
done
So
quickly.
once they submit the form, AI
Yeah.
agent directly calls and having just conversation. Hey, how can we help you? Like, what
That's
was your
very
business processes
interesting.
and all, right? So it figures out. It has conversation with the client.
Yeah.
Figures out what the client needs.
Right.
Puts it directly in CRM system.
Uh-huh.
Then books a call with them, gives him a custom made commercial offer. So
Right.
he's out even the commercial offers like directly in the service business where you
Right.
have providing the service to the businesses,
Yeah.
right? Or the clients. You specifically in specific case they can be like every commercial offer is different
Yes,
to
of
the
course,
client,
of
right?
course, of course.
So
Yes.
it builds the commercial offer
Yes.
based on some of the key entry points that we provide to it, right? It analyzes what the client needs
Yeah.
and then it builds directly commercial offers that is also automated. So now we don't need to spend back in the days
Times
last
and
years, yeah,
times to like
yeah,
go
several
and
years
find it
ago
off.
I would
Yeah.
have probably spent roughly around 3 to 4 hours to actually build a commercial offer. Now I
Yeah.
just provide a
You just
template
build, yeah,
and
for them.
instantly after having a conversation over the phone call, it
Yeah.
just sends directly to the client commercial offer by email,
Yeah.
WhatsApp, iMessage,
And it does
right?
a callback as well, does
And
it?
that's a callback exactly.
Yeah.
So now, for instance, then we book a call with him, right?
Yeah.
Directly, actually having a real conversation with them, human to human,
Let
because
me
it's
pause you there
not
one
gonna
second.
go anywhere.
Wait. So you said directly having a conversation human to human. I want to. Do you have like a demo? Maybe you can show me. Because what I want to hear how the AI sounds like. Is it more human like for me? Say I'm a customer,
Yeah.
and I call. How does the AI sound? Is it more? Because I will feel more reassured if the AI doesn't sound too robotic. At least I know, like, okay, cool. All right, I'm not entirely speaking with a robot, even though I know, like, okay, it's a robot, but it doesn't sound so much like a robot. It's more smooth. Like the conversation is
Yeah.
just,
Yeah, the
it's
voice
just
tool,
better.
I definitely can show you an example. Matter of the
Yeah,
fact, I have some good
you
examples
do.
you can probably actually run into like a beauty. For instance,
Yeah,
like what's good about AI that, businesses people work 9 to 5, right?
Right.
And the business closes.
Right.
What if, for instance, you have a toothache, right? During
Yeah.
the night,
Yeah.
you have a toothache. So now you need to actually call a dentist
Yeah.
and book an appointment. But guess what? They're not going to answer your phone call over the
Oh,
night,
yeah,
right?
yeah, that's true. That's true.
With AI
So your
automations
AI
now,
does
it's
that.
instantly available. You can give a call, have a conversation. It's gonna even like give you a prescription what you need to do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it can.
Before I go in, you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. It can even recommend you like, you know what? For now,
Okay.
if you have a toothache,
Yeah, yeah.
you can just take a like ibuprofen, like a
Oh,
tablet,
okay,
like
okay.
a pain
Before my
relief. Yeah,
appointment
yeah,
and stuff like
exactly.
that. Okay.
So it's like it's 24/7 available sort of service where they can not just directly book you for an appointment, but it also can sort of guide you, and you will probably call it like consultation.
Yeah.
It can give
It
you a
is a
consultation.
consultation. Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it
So
is.
I can definitely show you a demo.
For
You can actually have a
sure.
conversation with it
For
as well.
sure.
So
It sounds quite
beauty salons,
exciting.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So even with the beauty salons, like for instance, right, nail techs, beauties, hairs,
Yeah.
like we also built out a demo that you can also use and actually try out how
Ooh,
it's actually
wait,
going to
for
work.
nails as well?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
exactly. Yeah,
I'm a nail
yeah,
girly,
yeah. I
of
see. You
course, and
got
like
your nails
lashes
done.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So if I can say I like obviously 9 to 5 girl and I
yeah,
work and I come back from work, I'm tired and I couldn't book my nail appointment or something like that
yeah,
around 8 or 9 o'clock, so I can just call
yeah,
through your
yeah,
service
yeah,
and it will connect me to a salon where I can book a service
yeah,
and go there tomorrow
yeah,
morning,
yeah.
and it will show it to them early in the morning that you have
Yeah,
business,
exactly. Yeah.
or they'll get like, would they show it to the nail tech like straight
It's
away, or
gonna
would they
come,
show it to
yeah.
them?
It's gonna appear on the above system. So for you, you're probably gonna you're gonna receive
Right.
an appointment confirmation over your phone number,
Right.
WhatsApp, or
Right.
email, depending like how the business wants it
Yeah.
to deliver the
Yeah.
notification to the customer,
Yeah.
right? And as well as like you can also follow up with the customer, like, hey, don't forget that you have an appointment today, right? So instead of doing it manually, imagine like. You imagine a business where you have just appointment scheduling, right? But also then you need to have a receptionist who's also gonna give a call constantly,
Yeah.
like send the messages
Yeah, like a
directly,
reminder.
like,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So the people don't forget. That is done covered automatically with AI agents. Like for instance,
Within
in
the
my
service.
case, yeah, in
Yeah.
my case, I've automated in my business where like we schedule a point with the client
Yeah.
and the agent follows up a day prior.
Yeah.
And then a few hours prior, the
Yeah.
actual booking
Oh,
with me
that's
appointment,
amazing.
right?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
one that he's booked. So that's what's good about it. That you don't have to manually spend a lot of actually hours and time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just consuming. It's a drug. It's
Because a
constantly
lot of people don't
repeating.
really have time anyways.
Yeah,
Like time
exactly.
is
Yeah,
now money.
yeah. And
So-
imagine like, yeah, exactly. And imagine in the business where you have like, whether it's a dental care business, you have receptionists who also dealing with the customers that come into
Yeah.
the dental clinic right now. So
Right.
she's serving them. Then she needs to follow up with the
other
people that are
people.
already meant to
Yeah.
come, right?
Well, AI could do it automatically for
Yeah,
them
and then people
stuff.
that are given the calls in terms of like actually booking the call for booking an appointment for to a doctor that they have some issues. So she's like everywhere with the free hands, four
Oh,
hands,
that
right?
would stress me.
Yeah.
That would stress me.
So with the AI, it's technically it's automate a lot of
Everything is done.
processes. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So there's
love
a lot
that.
of like niches where you can automate it. The most efficient reason to automate the process is where you have constantly repetitive tasks. So whether it's like building commercial
yeah,
offers,
so you don't have to continuously keep doing it.
conversation,
Yeah, yeah.
filtering out your
Customer
clients, for
services
example,
and stuff. Yeah.
pre-qualifying your leads as well.
Yeah.
So when the lead comes into like if you into like a business as a service, you
Yeah.
need to understand that when the leads come in,
Yeah.
you need to pre-qualify them. Then you probably also need to nurture them as well. So like when the leads come and then they see your services, see your pricing, then
Yeah.
they're just probably gonna go on the market and figure out whether they want to find another agency. So once you get them, you also need to nurture them if you didn't manage to sign up. So that is done automatically with AI systems that you can constantly give them calls, you can send them emails, follow-ups.
I love that. I think
Send them like a better offers and all.
Yeah.
Probably give them some news and updates, what
yeah.
can be done.
So it
and
kind
all.
of just works similar to like how you were describing in logistics and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's the same service but just different sector.
Yeah.
Say if it's beauty, it will operate for beauty. If it is dental, it will operate for dental. If it is like transportation and stuff, which it deals with customer service, it will operate with that as well. Yes.
Yes.
So it's pretty straightforward. Okay, cool. That you definitely have to show me the demo because
I'll definitely
would
show you.
I would love to hear the demo, just to see how
Yeah.
I can be able to communicate and like the feedback that I get and
Yeah.
like how we interact. So that would be really good. But I do have one more exciting question. So what really excites you mostly about like 2026 and 2028? Like obviously in 2 years time, like what do you kind of project for like the future in terms of like AI? Do you think it's gonna be even better than it is now, or it's gonna just,
Yeah,
you
what's
know,
actually good about AI, how it's going to be in the future, is these multiple actually key points that excites me. First, it's going to get cheaper, so it's
okay,
not going to
yes,
be
yes, we
more
did talk about
expensive.
that.
Yeah, it's
Time
because of
efficiency as well.
it's
Yeah.
going to be quicker, cheaper, and it is going to be more capable of other things. So it
Right.
just constantly rapidly develops.
Yeah.
So the chips and production in terms of like graphic cards, whatever has been shipped and built directly in China and Taiwan, is gonna through the time is gonna get cheaper. So technology, as we know, everything is depreciates quite quick in
Quickly.
value.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So therefore, like new time, new year, new technology, new prices,
So
right?
you believe that in 2 years' time or in a year time, there's going to be a new technology that will come through and kind of replace what we currently have at the moment?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
definitely gonna get better
Yeah.
and quicker. So right now, like the most important thing that you can probably see in terms of like AI
Yeah.
agents, like if you, for instance, are gonna take a look into like actually how they deal over the phone calls, you'll
Right.
probably see there's gonna be like a slight delay, just like a second or half a second, because the
Right.
processes your input as a natural
Right.
voice,
Right.
converts them into like a tokenized um, like I don't know how to probably explain to you, but it
Okay.
just converts it into computing
Data kind of thing.
data. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it converts into computer data, analyzes, and then gives you output. So that
Right.
takes roughly around like a second, a second and a half, maybe half a second, depends on your prompt
Wow.
which you given the value
That
in,
is
right?
quick.
So that is quick, but it's
Yeah.
gonna get even quicker.
Quicker
So
than that.
yeah,
What's
so
quicker than a second, guys? Like, what is
yeah,
that? That's
exactly. So
crazy.
you'll potentially will gonna have like a natural conversation as me and
Yeah.
you right now, where you
Yeah.
just
Where we
constant,
having
instant,
like a
right?
normal
Yeah,
conversation and it feels like I'm
which
talking
is
to a human
exactly,
being.
which is
Yeah.
technically right now is almost to the same point and level as we currently right now having a conversation,
Yeah.
but it's gonna get easier.
Okay.
It's gonna
It's not gonna
get
get like
better.
faster, right? Like
Well,
how I'm talking to you right now in a normal
yeah,
pace. But like obviously a AI will not be like oh like
yeah.
okay, no, not like that.
No, no, no. It's. I mean,
It's
in terms of
according to
speed,
the
how is
person.
gonna have a conversation? No, it's definitely
Yeah.
not. But I was saying in terms of speed as a response.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
as
No,
we
I was just
speak,
having
we
a
analyze it straight away
yeah.
directly. Every word that comes out of mouth, we
Yeah.
analyze it. It passes in into through our ears to our
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah.
So all that stuff, right? With AI, is a little bit different. So it takes the prompt in. As you saying, you're gonna
Yeah.
have like a full-on conversation, explaining to him. Is gonna take that prompt in, right?
Right.
Analyze it and give a prompt out, right?
So it just kind of like
So
matches you specifically to your
yeah,
pace and
exactly.
everything.
So it takes
Makes sense.
there's
Makes
a
sense.
small little bit fragment of time that is gonna take in order to analyze what you just gave as a prompt in, right? And it's gonna give you
The
generate
output.
a response out, the output, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna take some time. So it's just when you're gonna have a conversation, which you'll try in a minute. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm excited.
yeah,
I'm really excited.
you'll
Okay.
see that when you have when I ask you a question,
Yeah.
you answer them with your sort of
Yeah.
input, right? It's gonna take like just about a second to actually give you another answer back. So you'll see that's one and only thing that is gonna get improved. And as
Okay.
well, so probably naturally he's gonna have a
Well, I
real conversation
definitely.
as us having like where we interrupt each other. So you can technically spot whether this is AI or not.
Oh
It's just
no.
by having an understanding how it responds and how it listens to.
Yeah.
So you can spot that. But in terms of like quality of voice, it's
Yeah.
the voice got so better.
It's better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Now you can't
Compared
really
to how
say.
it was like very robotic before,
Yeah,
but now it's more smooth. More.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It actually
yeah.
sounds more like a
Just
human
a
being.
year and a half ago,
Yeah.
the voice was a bit robotic. So
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't really say. Now even you can even to give to a point a prompt in where you even can like yawn as well, like and say like R. You know, like all of these like bad habits of people
Okay.
like
Yeah,
having a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
conversation and think
But
like
it almost seems like a human.
yeah, you
Like
can add that
yeah, like it's like
to
adapting to a
conversation.
human
Yeah,
behavior and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
exactly. You
Interesting.
can personalize to be like completely like a human. Yeah,
Okay.
only issue is just like there's a slight delays. That's it.
Okay.
So yeah, whether you speaking directly with ChatGPT, given the prompt like, hey, help me out with this or help me out with that, and it's gonna think, it's gonna analyze, right, and give you a response back on
Well,
a voice
I'm
agent.
very excited about your service. First of all, tell me like your company first of all. What is it called?
Apata Solutions.
Okay, and
So
then I can access all of this service through Apata Solution. But so what do I need to do? Like an inquiry with you one to one or something like that?
yeah, exactly. You just go into my website, you submit a form.
Okay,
We just ask you for your contact details, and that's pretty much it.
right.
And then we just
And then I get my AI demo, right?
AI agent will pick up from there and just have a
Yeah.
conversation with you, understand your
Okay.
needs, understand your business niche, your business process. It's gonna analyze all of that,
Do you
and
guys
then
also like do a guide plan for like small businesses and stuff like that? Like, well, we can have like if say I'm a smaller business, I come to you and I just want to try this out first of all. Like, is there a plan set that like a projected plan that you can give me?
yeah, there's definitely a plan that we can give you, and like we can definitely consult you how you should automate the processes that you
Right.
have in a business that are taking too much time and too
Yeah.
expensive. Because, like for instance, when as you starting a business,
Yeah.
probably you don't really have loads of work to
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
for the especially if it's a service based
Yeah.
business, right? So for me, for now, like it will be completely pointless to hire like a salesperson that's gonna deal
Right.
with all my
When
inquiries,
you
right?
when you
When
already
I,
have the AI, come on. Like, I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
yeah,
It
that's
makes
true.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, even just to the point that you just technically a person just works 9 to 5, right? The
Right.
salary is too expensive, and the
Right.
fact that it only can do one thing at a time. AI is scalable. So the
This
point
is
here is just like for instance, if you go back to conversation where you have leads come in and just inquiries coming in, right?
yeah.
People giving you calls or they send you emails, right? So
Okay.
how many actually inquiries a person can deal at the same time? Just
Yeah.
single one. With AI, it's
You can do
scalable.
multiple.
So
Yeah.
as many as it scales at demand. So what it
Yeah.
means, like you have 50 calls coming in on your
Yeah.
phone number simultaneously.
Yeah.
50, you got 50 customers that click
Yeah.
your website, send your phone number and
AI
gives you
can
a call
answer to all of
or
them.
send you a message.
Right.
AI simultaneously can work directly with all
All
of these
50.
customers. So whether it's a 400, 1,000 calls
I
at the
have to
same time,
say,
it's scalable.
I think this is like an amazing idea for small businesses, mid businesses, and large businesses
Yeah.
in general.
Enterprises as well, they
It
have the
just
same
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It saves them, like, I think obviously, as we spoke about it saves them money, time, but it also saves them like manpower, labor, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they don't even need to go and look for more employees. They already got everything that can sort
Yeah.
it out for them.
Yeah. Imagine what's good about AI as well. Like, for instance, if you're gonna look into like traveling, for instance, right?
Oh, I love
So
traveling.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So
Ex-
imagine we go to a
My
country and we
Instagram
go
gives
to
it
like
away.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we go into like a country like Spain, for instance, right? We
Yeah.
don't speak Spanish, right?
Yeah.
But we can actually. What's good about AI
Oh, it
and
does
automations?
language?
It does languages as well. You can speak any language. So
Oh, that's
what's cool,
good.
like just as another example, like
Yeah.
imagine we need like a house to rent, right? We give
Right.
a AI agency,
Yeah.
right, that have integrated AI into like a real estate agency, right? And we say, hey, can we rent this out? Right now it's probably Airbnb, right? But for
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
instance,
Yeah. Cause
for
yeah.
that case, it also can work 24/7. If you have an agent there, it can
Yeah.
communicate with your client directly 24/7 as well. You don't need to be always live
So what you're
to have a
saying is
conversation.
this AI service can be used, which you have built for your company, can be used in other sectors such as like Airbnb,
Yeah.
like similar to
Airbnbs, cars,
yeah,
like for
yeah,
instance,
cars and stuff
like
like
when
that
we
to
go to
rent
a
it out
country, yeah,
on
when
a
we go to a
holiday.
country, like you jump into an airport and all, you technically what you can do, you can give a call to a car rental, right? And you can have a conversation with the AI agent directly on your language. They don't need to actually hire every single person to actually speak your language. It can
So
pick up any language. Like if you're Chinese, for instance, you come to
yeah,
Spain,
uh huh,
obviously Spanish people will
Yeah,
most
yeah.
likely will speak like Spanish or English,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
if
Some of
you're
them do understand
yeah,
English, but it's
yeah,
not all,
and then
of
you
course.
let's
Yeah.
say you're a Chinese person, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't speak any English,
Yeah.
right? You will try to actually have a conversation to rent
And
something out.
it'll automatically
Yeah,
speak to them in
you just
Chinese.
jump on a call, say, "Hey
Yeah.
guys, I'm here,
This is
right?" And then
amazing,
what
this
cars
is.
do you have available?
Right.
AI will pick up, understand in CRM systems how many cars that they have in stock that is available. It's gonna just directly have a conversation. What class of car you want, like business,
Yeah.
premium,
Yeah.
economy. You have this car available, that car available, and it's gonna pick up on the language that actually the person talks. So
Ooh.
there is a language barrier is
Yeah.
just disappears
Yeah,
straight
it
away.
does. It
It
does.
works 24/7. Is scalable
Especially if
at
I can
demand.
speak in my
Exactly.
language.
So
Yeah.
that's what's good about the business now. It's even easier to grow and scale.
Yeah.
All you got to do is just have these AI agents directly working for you.
Yeah.
And then all you got to worry about is how you budget yourself for the marketing so then you
Right.
can scale your business and grow it. So
Okay.
that's what's cool about it. So like
Yeah.
right now, if you have all of these processes directly
Yeah.
tied to a person, you're limited to the mandate each person can take. So there's one at a time, right? When we talk on AI, it's scale at demand. So therefore, all you got to do just have your money ready to grow, put into marketing. You just demand skyrockets and it picks it up. You have growth revenue now.
Yeah.
So we still
More.
have a demo to try on,
Yeah.
which I'll give
Yes.
a
Yes.
call and then
Yes.
you're
You
gonna
did. You
have a
did.
conversation.
Yes,
So
please. Let's try the demo. Let's
yeah,
see how it actually speaks to me, because I do love me a good human. Well, at least something towards a human, so that's fine. But I'm
that's
very
right.
excited. You
So
built this?
yeah.
Wow.
That's one of the AI agents that we built for beauty salons
Yeah.
that can you can have a conversation about what they do and so he can explain you.
Okay.
Uh,
And this operates in the UK and all
AI
around the
price
world?
worldwide.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, okay, okay,
worldwide.
okay.
So it
Okay.
can work pretty much anywhere that you want.
Okay.
So here you go. We're
That
just
sounds
gonna
exciting.
ring it.
Okay, okay. Exciting.
Hi, welcome to Aptus Beauty. My name is Nina.
Hi, Nina.
Hi there, how can I help you today?
Hi, I'm looking to get a pedicure done. Do you have any time slots? Hello?
All right, just 1 second while I check our available time slots for a pedicure, okay?
Oh, amazing. All right.
Yes, sorry about that.
No,
We do
that's
offer
all right.
pedicures. Would you like to book a pedicure appointment?
Yes, yes. I would like to.
Okay. What date would you like to come in for your pedicure? Just the date.
Okay.
Yet.
Well, I would like to do it on Friday. Is there a time specifically that you guys have available?
Thanks. Just to confirm, you mean this coming Friday, which
Yes.
is June 6th, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah, this coming Friday.
Okay, I'll check availability. 1 moment.
Okay. Amazing.
So for this for your pedicure, you could come in at 8, how at 8:30, 9, how at 9:30, or 10, how when.
Ooh, okay. How about we do a 10?
I'll book you for 10 a.m. this Friday.
Okay. Brilliant. Yeah, yeah.
Great. Can I get your full name?
Yes, that will be Sophia.
Thanks, dear. Could I get your email address, please? It should be nameexample.com.
Yes, that will be ic.trophy@hotmail.com.
Thanks. Confirm your email is ic.raleigh@hotmail.com, right? And
Yeah.
is your phone number +1 646 551 5442
Yes.
still correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. I'm making a reservation. Please stand by.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Problem is, yeah, we don't really have a good, great reception here, so that's why it lags.
But it's still good though.
Yeah.
It's all set for 10 a.m. this Friday. You'll get an
Yes.
email with all. Thanks so much for choosing Appetit Beauty. Have a lovely day.
You too. Thank you very much. Oh, that was quite nice. It did
Yeah.
sound like more human, that's for sure. Obviously the reception is not great here, but
We'll
I
try
could
another
definitely
demo.
yeah,
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 we
yeah.
can try another demo.
I could
Probably there's
a better
if there's gonna
reception, you
be
think?
a Wi-Fi. Oh, matter of the fact, that's another AI agent just called me because we just tried a demo.
Yeah. And the AI agent just called you.
Yeah, so that's the automation that I've built for my business.
And it gives you like a call back. So
Yeah.
it will be
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, Steer, just making sure I've got the right persona. I'm speaking with you now.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. So you just tried a demo of AI automation for business from a Posse solution. Did you like the bot you interacted with? Would you be interested in having something like this for your own business?
Yeah, sure. That would be very cool to have something in my business like this. What other stuff can you actually automate?
Great question. So besides chatbots and voice bots, we can automate things like customer support, lead generation, appointment scheduling, data entry, and even some sales processes. AI can also help with analyzing customer feedback, automating emails, and streamlining repetitive tasks. Could you tell me a bit about your business? Like, what's the name, and do you have a website? That'll help me suggest the best options for you.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm having a logistic company, so the thing is, we have a lot of actually manual work that we do. So like getting in touch with our drivers, looking into CRM system to figure out what drivers are available or what not. So, and as well as just like analyzing as well which driver is can actually most sufficient to pick up the right order from one warehouse to and drop off to another one. So there's like a lot of analytics going on, which we do actually manually. So, and as well as the customer support services, which like when the leads come in, we have a lot of salespeople that technically got to stay on the phone line and just process the orders directly through people. So sometimes when we have like high demand, it's really hard to scale. So I was actually thinking probably this is one of these areas we also can have a look and automate with AI agents where they can just scale at demand and process the orders directly for business with the clients.
Thanks for sharing all that. It really helps. Logistics is actually a perfect fit for AI automation, especially with things like driver assignment, CRM updates, and scaling customer support. We can definitely help automate those manual tasks and even optimize your order processing. Could you tell me the name of your company and if you have a website? Also, just so I understand your needs better, do you have a rough idea of your budget for this kind of solution, or would you like us to suggest some options?
Yeah, sure. Can you just give me a call later on? I just wanna show to the our audience a little bit of different automations that we've done and implemented. Matter of the fact, I know that you have built AI agents for logistics, so I just wanna show that. So just give me a call back in about an hour or so. Thank you. So yeah, that's sort of a AI agent that I've built for my business. So once somebody just comes in and try one of our demos or
Yeah.
just submits like directly a form, so my AI agents
We'll give them a call
yeah.
back.
So AI sales agent just gives a call back directly to the client and just have a actual natural conversation,
Yeah.
figures out what business they're in, and
Yeah.
then what sort of the difficulties that they have, and
Yeah.
potentially also offers them what we can automate. So instead of me actually having a sales representative and hire him,
They just do it for
they
you.
just do it for me because
That's
they're
amazing.
scalable demand and they're available to the time that it needs to.
That is
So,
amazing. That is absolutely brilliant. Well, thank you so much for showing me the demo. And I know you probably have a lot of demo that you want to show me for sure, because you did have one for sales, you had one for dental, you had one for logistics, transportation. And I feel like if you are a small business or a mid business or even a large business, I definitely strongly feel like this is something that will benefit their businesses, their services, as well as just save you on cost and time. Who doesn't want that? So definitely give it
availability and
yeah,
scalability is
definitely is
the
there.
best way to actually grow your business. And
100%.
yeah,
So give it a try. Go to apatas.com or apatasSolutions.com
yeah.
and
Apatas.solutions. Yeah,
apatas.solutions.com.
yeah. Not
Not
.com. It's
.com.
just
Just as
apatas.solutions.
okay. So go to apatas.solutions so
We'll
you
leave the
can
link below.
yeah. So you can definitely try the link and the demo and actually see how it works for your business, because why not? And is it for free?
The demos are for free. You can use them for free. So you can try the chatbots. You can try AI phone sales representative as well. So it
Wow.
just depends. Yeah, what you can
Whatever
see
you
is,
want to do.
yeah, it's obviously demo. It's like the short for just consistent conveniency to
Conveniences
show
and stuff like
convenience.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
just to show how they work actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just great, kind of like a showcase.
Oh,
So what they
that's
can do,
awesome.
how they sound.
It actually sounds really great. So you should definitely check it out. But before that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And make sure that you guys leave comments down below of what you guys wanted to see. But also make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, because I'm going to bring you more videos like this if you are into AI or if you are into IT or software development. And I think as girlies who are also getting into AI and software development, especially business owners, I'm talking to you guys. This is for you. Okay, thank you so much for all, and we'll see you on our next video.
Yeah.